know I try to be a good man. I always give it my best. But truth be told, someday I wanna go to the wild, wild west.
And now, live from our Smokehouse studio, it's time for Real Estate Jerky. All your real estate questions answered by our provocatively lean expert host, Ed Parcaut, MBA, veteran, and president of Lending for Living. And today's special expert guest, real estate advice you won't find anywhere else. Plenty to chew on, starting now.
Good afternoon. It's great to be here with my guest, Paula Thomas of Thomas Pools and Spas Incorporated, located in Ceres. You're serving the Central Valley. Paula, thank you for being here and coming to the show.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Oh, great. And, of course, we have Betsy Hurst-Younger. She's a realtor with Century 21 Wildwood Properties from Twain Harte, California. Hi, Betsy. I'm supposed to say we missed you, but I see you constantly, so I guess the listeners have missed you.
Thank you.
And we'll catch up in a bit. But first, mountain girl that you are, do you have anything about built-in pools to talk about, or have you ever had a built-in pool?
This mountain girl actually was raised in Anaheim Hills, and I had a swimming pool from the time I was 13 on. And when my dad left, I became the pool boy.
Not pool girl?
No, pool boy. Yeah. We had the kind that was the built-in swimming pool with the diving board, when you can have a diving board, and spa connected to it. And we learned to actually surf in our swimming pool. We had our uncle's old longboard. It was a Hobie longboard with the wood center. Mm-hmm. We'd throw that in the deep end and run and jump and learn how to balance on it.
Wow.
I know. That was back when you used to lay out by your swimming pool with mineral oil.
Or baby oil.
Mm-hmm. And cocoa butter. Oh, yeah. And then you would put sun in your hair.
Absolutely. Or lemons.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we used to...
That's only if you're blonde.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, some people did it, and then they became kind of blonde. Yeah. And then we used to spray sun tea on our skin so we'd get browner. Yeah, I've had skin cancer 6 times.
Wow.
Well, we didn't know. I was like the copper tone girl, the little, copper tone tan, don't burn.
Right.
And I was blonde, and I burned anyways. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Different life.
But you know what? I wouldn't live without a pool. I've had another one. The year before last, we had a doughboy pool in our backyard, and we have a well. And so I have questions about how to keep the water from turning different colors when you have a well.
What, is there different minerals in the water?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we can get into that in a minute.
Great.
But our number one goal here at Real Estate Jerky is to help you, our listeners, learn about home ownership, how you can take advantage of the simplest way to build personal wealth in America, which is through home ownership. Today, we're having some fun talking about pools, which is actually serious business in the central San Joaquin Valley. When temperatures soar over 100, how about 115 or so? Most of the summers, we've been lucky this year. They haven't really been that hot. And let's knock on some wood here.
It's actually cooler down here than it is up in the foothills right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I came down. It was 90 up there. It's 88
Wow.
here.
I don't know if we had a pool at our last place, and our kids, used it constantly. We'd be out there all the way to the evenings into the shade. I remember Blake learned, when he was probably 5 at the time, and he just went in the Army 2 weeks ago, and he'd get up on the top thing and start counting 1, 2, 3, 4, cannonball, and jump in. Yeah, I have videos of that. Yeah.
Yeah, they grow up on us, don't they?
Thank goodness, because then they move out.
This is true.
Finally.
At least 2 of them. Still one there.
You better knock on wood again.
Why? Why?
Get rid of a couple more.
Yeah, well, we're working on it. She's still in college, so it'll take a little bit longer.
There you go.
All right, so where do you want to start here? Did you have anything you want to bring up before we get into the pools, Betsy?
Oh, no, not yet.
Okay.
I mean, I'll bring it up later.
No, you got to do it now. So what are some of the myths about having a pool?
Hair turning green is one, like we were talking about earlier. And it's actually, everybody thinks it's the chlorine that turns your hair green, and it's not. It's the copper minerals in your pool. And possibly old copper piping.
It makes sense because copper piping turns green color. Yeah.
So if you have blonde hair or, really light hair, it's going to turn green, and it's not from the chlorine.
A vinegar rinse in the shower actually helps with that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, if you think about it, you bleach your hair, and chlorine bleaches things, and it would also bleach out your hair. So
does the same thing make the swim kids' hair shiny?
You know,
when you see a kid and you know that they've been swimming a lot because their hair has that sheen to it.
that's probably the residue that's left in the pool from like suntan lotion and sunblock. So,
Interesting.
Yeah, I had a question sent in. They were asking if you urinate in a pool, does it really turn blue?
No.
Is there a chemical out there that they put in pools to do that?
That's a myth.
That's
a
what we
myth.
tell the kids on purpose.
Right.
So
And
they
you
won't.
can't go swimming until a half hour after you get done eating.
That's a myth.
Well, that's for all the parents to sit around and eat and drink and not have to worry about going and watching the kids for a half hour.
Exactly.
That's right.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Is there any other ones you want to dispel?
The red eyes. Your eyes do not turn red from chlorine.
Really? Because when I jump in the pool, my eyes turn red.
Well, unfortunately, it's from urine,
No, I don't pee in the pool, but anyway.
and it's also the residue in the pool from like suntan lotion and extra chemicals that shouldn't be in there. But,
oh, really?
Yeah.
So it's really chemicals that are in the pool, not the chlorine.
Right. Which is like residue from suntan lotion, or it can burn your eyes with the chlorine if the chlorine is way too high in your pool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's usually when the issue is. So if you're swimming around the pool with your eyes open, then it's not necessarily the chlorine. It could be something else. It
Exactly.
could be your son in front of you peeing is what you're saying.
That's right.
Oh my gosh.
That's right.
So what about bromine? There's those little floaty
Right.
thingies that float around with the bromine tablets in it.
Yeah,
Yeah, the chlorine tablets.
Is that but bromine? That's mainly for spas, right?
Okay.
Yeah, because it keeps that sludge from building up
Is
in
that
your
what
pool.
that does?
On the tile.
Yeah.
And
your
now
spa.
I know we have a lot to get into, but I have a quick question about salt water versus chlorine. The question is, I was going to ask, which is better? Is one worse than the other? Is it just how you feel? I mean, I hate swimming in the ocean, so how different is it?
A saltwater pool is actually better for your skin
what
if
I
you
was gonna
have skin conditions. However, everybody thinks that a salt generator or a saltwater pool is salt water, and it's not. When water, electricity, and salt is combined, it creates chlorine. So a saltwater pool is actually a chlorinated pool. And there's times that you might have to dump extra chlorine into your pool with having that salt generator.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
So it's still chlorine. It's just how it gets there.
exactly.
Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting.
Yep.
Sounds like a chemistry project.
Ask your daughter. I'm sure she can
I
figure
know
that
she
one out.
does.
Is it expensive to heat a pool?
It can be if you're going to use any type of natural gas, propane heater. But if you were to do the solar heating, the water exchange is what it does. It doesn't cost you anything. It's just running your pump. So,
So
yeah.
that's what the cost is.
Yeah.
Because
Yep.
we had solar in our last pool, and I remember we went away for vacation and forgot to turn it off
Oh, no.
during the summer and came back, jumped in. It was like 92 degrees.
Ooh.
Yeah. So it was
They
perfect.
work.
It was like
Right.
Hawaii.
Right.
Yeah. And if you do solar, it extends your swim season,
Right.
about 2 months at the beginning and 2 months at the end.
It does. It actually does.
Yeah.
But because usually kids want to get in it, but it's so cold, and then parents are like, I don't want to get in there.
Exactly.
Yeah, it does. So if you're getting a pool put in, if you're not going to do solar right away, you should at least plumb it for it, right?
Exactly.
And that's what we did.
Yep.
We actually paid the person who was putting in the pipes extra to plumb it.
Yeah.
We got over a minute before we go to break.
Well, I was going to say I've got a listing up in Sonora on 5 acres that has an indoor pool, and they chose to have an indoor pool because they wanted to use it year round, and it has not active solar, but
Passive
passive solar because of the windows and the way the house sets, and but they still use propane, I believe. They
yeah.
don't have solar there for the pool.
Yeah.
But we've got other listings up there that have swimming pools, and it's funny because people don't actually come up and say I want a house with a swimming pool, but after they buy their house, they say, so who can I call to put in a swimming pool?
Exactly.
Or who can I talk to about a swimming pool? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't say I wanted to put air conditioning in my cabin, but until after I got there, and there's, it's a 1 month out of the year that gets a little warm that you might need it.
Right.
Yeah. So let's go to break. Hey, we'll be right back after this break. Listeners, if you have questions or comments, you can dial pound 250, say the keyword Real Estate Jerky, and you'll get to us, and we'll talk to you when we get back.
Okay.
Yeah, no, really good.
Definitely not going to tell people peeing in the pool doesn't hurt anything.
You just said, yeah, you just said, yeah. Isn't that funny? Because that's...
We're going to talk about maintenance.
We're going to talk about everything. We got 2 more segments.
So you
Three
left
more
us
segments.
hanging on where this place, this listing that you have with this indoor pool is.
It's on the Wards
No, no,
Ferry.
no.
No,
You're gonna
you're
do
going to
it
tell
on the air.
On the
Okay.
air.
Yes.
But I had 9 acres, not 5 acres.
No, that's the one with the exercise swim spot.
Okay.
I'll talk about
you
that one, too.
Oh, man.
I came prepared.
Rock and roll, I love it. I just need addresses because
The
I
next
don't have them.
segment's 12 minutes, and we get to 2 minutes, I'll do this. And so that you know we have 2 minutes, and that way the last minute, I have 30 seconds for us to go out.
Okay.
Hey, we need to do a mic check again.
On who? I can't hear you when you don't talk.
These 2 microphones are here are coming in really loud the first segment.
All right, well, start talking.
Okay, so does that mean we're just really loud women?
Yes.
Okay.
I can imagine that we are.
You need to say like this or like this, but you can't go, hey! It's like, yeah. Yeah, you can't do that. You gotta stay like this.
Well, it's hard not to look at her when I'm talking.
Well,
to
then
her.
turn your
Exactly.
chair and turn the mic.
I do the same thing. Let's see.
Look at each other. And then Betsy, you turn the mic the other way.
But then we're stuck
she
like
didn't
this the
either.
whole
No,
time.
you're not. You can look right at me and you can look at each other. All right,
Okay.
try it again. Test again.
Testing, testing. See, I can almost hear feet.
Oh, keep talking.
Okay, I'll keep talking. Yes, I had skin cancer 6 different times, all on my face.
Ooh.
I know.
That's good right there, right? All right, we're good for you.
Testing, testing. Can you hear me? I have never had skin cancer on my face.
Okay.
Do you need me
Keep
to
talking.
keep talking? Would you like me to sing a song? No.
Sure.
No, you wouldn't.
A, B,
I
C, D, E, F, G.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V.
Right. Yeah, so it's picking you up more. In the beginning when we set it up, you were further away.
Oh, okay.
And then now you're closer. And that's the problem. You can't do that. Because you overtalk me. No, I'm just kidding. I haven't changed. I'm in the same spot. 12 minutes?
$12 minutes.
Do you need anything to drink?
No, I'm good.
All right.
Thank you.
Long-lasting real estate jerky is back on Power Talk 1360 KFIV.
That's right. We're back. I'm here with my guest, Paula Thomas, co-owner of Thomas Pools and Spa in Ceres. And I'm here also with Betsy Hurst-Younger, a realtor from Twain Harte, Century 21. Let's
Good
get
to be
back to
here.
where we were. Before the break, we were, and by the way, I'm Ed Parcaut. Before the break, you were bringing up about a listing in, was it Twain Harte you had?
No, that one's actually in Sonora.
Okay. Well, go ahead and tell us more about it because you left us hanging there.
Well, it's out in the Wards Ferry area, which is outside of Sonora, and it's on 5 acres. And it is only a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, but we're asking $650
It has a pool inside.
inside the house. Large windows,
So how many square
great
feet
view.
is this house? If you said it, I missed it. Sorry.
Oh, I didn't say it.
Because I mean, you have 2 bedrooms, 1 bath. Is it 6,000 square feet with the pool inside, or how do they do that?
2,520 square feet,
Including the pool area.
including the pool area. The pool area is in an area that would probably originally have been a really large bonus room area, or but it is open to the living room. And it's architecturally designed.
When was the house built?
It was 1976.
Has it been
So they were real
remodeled since then?
innovative. Nope.
So it still looks like 1976 inside.
Kinda.
Shag carpeting,
No. No.
paneling.
No. But it has lots of nice windows and wood, and like I said, the acreage is great, and it is below the snow.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that's
Sonora.
nice.
Yeah. They
Right.
don't get much there. Even in the crazy years, they only get a dusting, if that. All right. And then you have another house with a swim spa.
I did. I just listed a house the day before yesterday in the old Wards Ferry area. And if you're familiar with Sonora, that's kind of behind where they've built the Lowe's. It's a nice rural area that's fairly close to town. It's a desirable area, and that one is on a little over 9 acres. And the house itself was built in 2005, and it has really nice upgrades, chef's kitchen, all kinds of views, RV parking, pad, dump, oversized garage. It's got an exercise swim spa. And that's what I was going to see. Is that something that you guys handle?
We do.
Yeah.
We build, it's called a spool.
Okay.
It has a swim spa in it, and we put jets in it, but it's a small pool, oversized spa, so that's why we call it a spool. But yeah, we do those. Yeah.
And it's great to have one of those in the foothills because in the wintertime, the water stays warm. And this one, I think, is about 17 feet long and 8 feet wide.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And they've got the lounges in it on one side.
Built like a normal pool, or is that one of those
It's above ground.
all-inclusive ones that they sell? Do you know? I'm just curious.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This one's an above ground.
Yeah, we can build them in.
And they have the jets, so when you swim,
Yep.
it just keeps you going.
Exactly.
You go nowhere.
Exactly.
You know, it's an innovative, it's a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
It is. So,
What are you going to do?
yeah.
Well, there
and you
you
can
go.
enjoy the views of the valley, from your spool.
There you go. Hey, why don't you give
Nice.
your phone number, Betsy, in case they want to contact you?
Oh,
about
my
one
phone
of
number is
those.
209-604-2609,
Why don't you throw your license number in there, too, while you're at it?
0122-9794. I've been a realtor for over 22 years.
Wow.
Yep.
And before I forget, what's your company's name and phone number?
Thomas Pools and Spas Incorporated. We're out of Ceres, California. The number is 209-567-2732.
Now, I'm sure you have a website.
Yes.
Do you show different pools you've done before and things that people can do and have? And all that?
Absolutely.
And what's that website?
It's www.thomaspoolsandspas.com.
There you go. You can get on there and find out everything. What are you shaking your head for?
My website's connected to my office. Don't ask me.
That's okay. I'm not asking you.
But I am on Facebook.
Well, isn't everybody?
I would hope they would be, but some people are not.
All right. Let's get back into pools.
Mm-hmm.
And when was your company formed and how long you guys been doing it?
We started in 2005, and Todd actually started out subcontracting for other pool contractors, and his buddy said, hey, you need to go get your contractor's license. And so he did, and then I really pushed him to start building. Since 2008, we've been building, and yeah, we love it. We love it. We get to meet new people, become friends with the homeowners, and so everything's good, yeah.
And what's the area you guys cover? I said Central Valley, but what does that really?
We cover from Lodi down to Chowchilla, from the foothills over to Pleasanton area.
Okay, so pretty far out. Mm-hmm. Pretty big area.
That is a big area.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'm sure building the foothills and up in the mountains has their own little issues,
Absolutely.
like a lot of rock.
Exactly.
But those rocks make really nice retaining walls
They
and
do.
fountains.
They do. Sometimes we actually have to blast up there
Yeah.
to even
Really?
dig a pool.
How much more expensive is the blast to get something open?
Oh, gosh.
Is it, you have to have a special permit, I assume,
We have
and all
to-
this
yeah,
stuff.
we have to
special
call-
guy to do it.
Exactly. It could be $10,000-$15,000
Wow.
to blast.
I was
Yeah.
going to say 10. Yeah.
Yeah.
When we first built a house up there, we were going to have it on slab, and we ended up having to raise it up because of the amount of rock that was underneath where we were going to build our house.
Yeah, I'm kind of running into the same thing.
You might.
Just bring in fill dirt, raise
Yeah.
it, put a retaining wall, build it up.
Build it up and get a better view.
That's right. All right. What more do you want to? All right. So let's get into pools. Talk about, let's say, top 5 things homeowners need to know to keep focused on when building a pool.
Definitely selecting the right contractor, getting at least 3 quotes from 3 different contractors, so it's like an even playing field. What else could there
And
be?
that's pretty good that you're telling them to get quotes from 2 other people, because a lot of
Absolutely.
pool companies don't do that.
No,
Right.
they don't.
They don't want you to do that.
No, they don't. You need to make sure that the pool that's going into the ground is the pool that you want, not the pool that the contractor thinks you want. It needs to be the pool that you want. It's your money and it's your home. So you need to make sure that is absolutely laid out exactly the way you want it.
So the way the computer software is now, can't you actually almost just give them a photo? You can almost
I
give them
do.
a picture of what it's going to look like in their backyard.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a 3D design program
Nice.
that I put in their house, their dogs, their furniture, their kids. And then if they don't like where the pool is placed, we can, shuffle it around, move it, change an edge, round an edge.
Take
Yeah.
the kids out.
take the kids out.
Get rid of the dog.
We can do it all.
All right, so that's the first thing. What next? Which
What?
price, features?
Yeah, stick to your budget.
Fencing.
Yeah.
Well, isn't there a law now that you have to have fencing or alarm on the door?
Actually, you have to have 2 features that are safety features. So used to, we could just, the fence in the backyard was one, and then we put the alarms on the doors, the bypass alarms. But now, California passed a law in January that you have to have 2 different types, not including that fence. So what we do is we always put the alarms on the doors, and we either put a poolside alarm or a pool buoy alarm. That way, if the water's disturbed, the alarm goes off.
So when the ducks fly in your pool down here, that sets off the alarms all the time.
It does.
And does it keep them out of the pool?
I don't know. I'll have to ask.
Because at our last place we had, during the winter, ducks would come over and land in your pool, and you don't want to be in your pool because they would mess it up.
Right. Yeah.
So is there any way to get around those features, or you have to have it?
You have to have them for code.
So you have to have a fence now, or can you just have the alarm and a buoy?
Yeah, no, you can just have the alarm and a buoy.
Is that just for a built-in pool?
I don't believe it is.
Okay. Because I just think of people, ordering Walmart.com and getting a Doughboy pool and sticking it up in the backyard and not having that.
Exactly. Yeah.
I wonder about that because it's not built in.
I know.
Because then they would have to be all the way down to the little plastic ones.
Right.
Well, it's probably over so many square feet.
Right. With the depth.
You can still drown in a little pool.
Yes, you can. You can. And that's why everybody needs swim lessons.
That's right.
Make sure your children have swimming lessons.
We started with Mommy and Me.
Did you?
Oh, yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Well, we had a water ski boat.
Oh, yeah.
So we had to. Mm-hmm. Hot tub.
All right, so we went over price. We went over get three people to do it. Mm-hmm. And you guys do the drawings. And then what else should people look into when they're looking?
References.
Okay.
Ask your contractor for references and go and look at jobs that they have completed. If a homeowner's happy with the job that you've done, they're going to, want you to look at their pool. They're more than happy to show you. So, but the only downside of references is every reference you give, somebody's going to say something nice about you because you're not going to give a reference to somebody that's not going to like
not
you.
You're smart,
right.
Right. So check Yelp reviews, Google reviews, but definitely go look at some jobs that have been completed. Yeah.
And that's hard to do, I mean, got 2 minutes. Because what I'm saying is where I live, the people across the street had one done, and I asked them. They had some issues with the guy. I talked to the guy who put the pool in. He had some issues with them. Mm-hmm. So sometimes people just don't mesh either.
Absolutely.
Or they have different expectations than what everybody talked about in the meeting. So I would say make sure everybody's on the same page. Make sure that there's a real meeting of the minds.
Yep. And that contract everything is specified. All the homeowner's expectations, what we expect from homeowners, and what we're going to give the homeowners.
Right. I mean, and in today's market, there's so much equity in people's homes. Mm-hmm. Go ahead and get the pool put in, and it's and refinance, especially now with rates so low, and get it done now, and that way it's there, and you never have to worry about it, and you pay it off along with your house down the road.
Yep.
I think it's a great idea. Mm-hmm. All right, so we'll talk about it more when we get back. We're going to go to a break. Remember, I'm a veteran myself, and I always like to talk about veterans on the show. So if you know any veteran who has a business and would like some free advertising, please have them contact us through pound 250. Say the key phrase Real Estate Jerky, and we'll take it from there, and we'll talk to you when we get back. I'm just giving us a little extra 20 seconds here, 7 seconds here, because we might go over. So we got 2 more segments.
Okay.
Next one's 12 minutes, and the last one's 10 minutes.
Okay. That was a fast 12 minutes, too.
It's been 22 minutes since we've been in here.
Wow. It goes by pretty fast.
The first time didn't, but yeah, here. Now it does. All right, so it's all about you and your pool. So the next 12 minutes, all about talking about what you want to get across about your company, your pools, how you do them, what people should know. All right, we talked about the safety features, so I'll bring us back. We'll talk about safety features again, and then you can take it over to, because I think it's important for people to know that, because people are selling homes, and they don't have probably those things on there, even though it's
Right.
a law. Because I know I sold our pool, and we had the fence. Well, that was before January, so it could have been the fence and then the thing on the door. And the other thing is, the gate has to go out instead
Yes,
of
the
in,
gate
right?
does have to swing out.
Yeah, so. Yeah. Which I prefer that, because you can put a lock on the outside of the gate.
But you were going to ask me where have I been?
And that will be when we come back.
Okay.
Okay, I can do that. Sorry, I gotta go up. Come on, you.
This wine got moved and I don't know if the animal print is showing in the
Well, that's why I
picture.
moved it, because the animal print was showing.
Somehow it got scooched over. I don't know.
Maybe it's just trying to creep to us because it wants
Is
us
it
to drink
Chardonnay?
it. No,
Oh,
it's
okay.
like a dessert wine.
So, you want to bring up about, remember that girl that just passed away, the little kid that got electrocuted in the pool? Did you hear about that? Like Sacramento? Yeah, like, supposedly they were
didn't
working
ground
on the light or something, and the power for the light did something, so maybe we can talk
We
about.
use low voltage LEDs. So.
Yeah, that's different, because that's
It is.
newer stuff. Because we had a light in our pool, because that's on, but we never used them. And the reason was, is at nighttime you turn on a light and all these bugs are coming to the pool.
Yeah.
Somebody was like, we're not having a light on the next one. Oh, okay.
I mean, you didn't have the one you could change colors?
Yeah, we did, but you had to put little things on it. It was
Yeah.
Oh,
cool.
yeah, yeah.
We built
I
that in
remember those.
2006, 2005.
Our LED lights now are amazing.
Yeah.
Color changing,
Well-
party mode, all that good stuff.
Well, when you can build a house off the grid and set the whole house up under 12 watt and use LED to where it just works, so you don't have to convert it back like everything else, that's, yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
All right. Did you say something?
Somebody did.
Did you say something?
I heard it too.
Real Estate Jerky is back on Power Talk 1360. Chew on that.
We're back, and for those of you just turning in, I'm Ed Parcaut, mortgage advisor with Lending for Living, and your host, along with my guest, Paula Thomas, co-owner of Thomas Pools and Spa, Incorporated in Ceres, California. And I'm also here with Betsy Hurst-Younger, realtor from Century 21 up in Wildwood Properties in Twain Harte. Nice to see you finally back, Betsy. Where you been?
Well, I actually spent a couple of days in Reno and Tahoe. And
That was weeks ago.
that was for the July week.
Yeah, so
I
it's
know.
weeks ago.
And then we replayed a show last week.
I know.
Yeah.
I know we did.
Yeah. And then, but you know what? This weekend, I'm glad I'm back because I've got some fun stuff going on at Black Oak Casino West Side Pavilion.
Today on Saturday.
On Saturday is going to be the Blues and Brews Fest or West Side Brew Fest.
Is that all day? When does that start?
I don't remember. Sorry.
okay.
I'm sure there's a website at Black Oak Casino that could tell you. I drive by the signs and think, oh, yes, I'll probably be doing an open house in Tuolumne that day. So stop
And
by.
Is that outside?
Yes, it is.
And it's in Twain. Is it in Twain Harte or
No,
at
it's-
Black Oaks?
It's actually at West Side.
West Side.
And West Side is where they have the concerts. On Sunday, we'll be going to Pat Benatar and Melissa Etheridge. Yay.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, come on.
For some of you. Woohoo. There you go. You happier now?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Definitely.
So when we left for break, we were talking about safety features and stuff. And during the break, I asked, do you still have to make your gate open out instead of in? And you were
Yes,
saying,
it does have to swing out. It's got, I believe it's 60 inches tall, and it must swing out of the pool area.
okay.
Yeah.
Now, can you have like our current house, we have a gate and then we have another gate and then into the backyard?
The first gate, or the gate that leads directly to the pool area, is the one that needs to swing out.
It does already.
Yeah, well, there you go.
There you go.
You're up to code.
My girlfriend had a fence around her backyard, but then around the pool, she actually had panels that she could remove.
Baby barrier,
Yeah,
probably.
definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, she had 3 boys.
Yeah. We had a fence, a screened fence that goes all the way around, and we had that on probably, I don't know, 2 weeks, and then put it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That happens.
And then had to find it when we were selling the house to put it back in.
Of course.
Well, I mean, it's like all of our kids knew how to swim at that point.
Right.
We didn't have anybody over with babies or whatever that wasn't everybody outside, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the time when I had the Doughboy pool in the backyard, we had the 4 and 6-year-old grandsons that were living with us. And I made sure that the ladder was removed every night
Absolutely.
and the cover was secured on the top.
Nice.
I mean, and the house we had, I mean, the sliding glass door was 8 feet high, right? It was, and pretty wide, so it was hard to move it. And I'm adamant about during the summertime to close the damn door.
Our door has to stay
my
open.
language.
When you got a 170-pound dog, a 107-pound dog, and a puppy that's 5 months old that weighs 85 pounds, you leave a door open so they can get in and out at night.
Wow.
Along with the critters.
Along with the critters, we do have critters.
Well, that's what you get when you leave a door open, right?
That's why we have cats.
Yeah, it's okay.
They're outside.
And pest control.
Yeah, definitely pest control. All right, let's get back to the pool stuff. Safety features, we were talking about you have to have 2 features now, right? So a fence around the pool, alarm on the door, and then you said, or one more, or
No,
just
no,
those
it's just those 2. Yeah. To where you don't have direct access to the pool.
So you can have
or the poolside alarm.
right. And the buoy sounds like a great idea.
I think so too.
Yeah. Something you can remove.
Yeah, when you're much easier than the
I
fence.
think of everybody who was down south during those earthquakes. Those things were probably going off.
Oh, you know it was. It was screaming down there.
Oh, yes. I remember that.
And then lights these days. I know in the past they were not low voltage, but most of them are low voltage now. LED.
We like to use the low voltage LEDs. They're 12 volts, so you don't have that 120 volts running through your pool.
Yeah, it's weird that that they did that.
Right? I know, it's crazy.
It's so close to water.
Yep.
You know.
And your pool's completely electrical bonded too, so nobody's going to jump in your pool and get shocked. Knock on wood. But we haven't had a problem with that, thank God. So yeah, no, you need those 2. You need at least 2 safety features for your pool.
So if someone has an old pool and they might have water leaking and low levels because of cracks,
Right.
and do people actually fill them in or do they actually rehab them?
We actually do quite a bit of restoration. We haven't filled in one yet. We replaster, retile. We even redo the decks, the concrete. And yeah, most people, I think they rehab them. Yeah.
That's good. Good.
And I know like one of our issues before we had the autofill would run and run and run and run. It was because the float was bad, not because there was a crack in the pool.
Yeah.
And people forget after a few years those floats will go bad, they'll crack, and water will get them and keep them down.
And that's why you call us if we built your pool, and we'll come back out and figure that out for you.
So what's something that people have put into a pool that they wish they never did when they were building it? And you can think about it and come back
Well,
to
let's
it.
let's say, can you still put a slide in and a diving board?
Yes.
You can put a diving board in?
Yep.
How deep does the water have to be, though?
About 8 foot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it has to be so long too, because at 25 feet, the depth of the pool needs to be 5 foot, I believe.
Wow. Mm-hmm. And you can just, I've seen slides because I've watched those shows where you talk about huge pools and they show,
Yeah.
They have like a little hose that makes water go down them so you can really slide
don't
down
get
them when you're a
stuck.
kid. Yeah, exactly. What about the insides of the pool? Do they still use the tiles?
Yeah. We do a 6-inch tile around the water line of the pool, and you get to choose what you want.
Is there a tile you shouldn't use? Type of tile?
Yeah, just basic home tile. I wouldn't use. Make sure it's specific for outdoor
for
and
the
a swimming pool.
So, I mean, any type of rock would work typically that's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I just didn't know if they'd changed.
And we were talking about maintenance of pools earlier, and they still have those, what we used to call a creeping Charlie. That was the thing that floated around your pool, and
Yep.
the big long
We have
hoses squirt everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have those. We have
What's the best way to keep your pool? I've seen in the past they have the little nozzles that popped up. Are those any good, or do you have issues?
To be honest,
No, lie to us.
should I lie to you? They're great now. Because Todd does the plumbing and electrical, he actually is working in your backyard. He talks everybody out of those because all it is an upsell and costs a lot of money, and it's only going to clean in that area where that pops up and squirts water around. You still have to have a sweeper in there.
Yeah.
You still have to sometimes maybe brush it, So it's a waste of money.
Any better sweepers than others?
The robotic sweepers are amazing because they climb up the walls and go on the steps and climb back down.
Kind of like a pool Roomba.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a Roomba for your pool.
Does it say, I got stuck on a ledge, come help me?
Right?
Have you seen that?
It probably should.
Because we have one. We have
Oh, yeah.
down a lower area, and it gets, Roomba is stuck. Come get me.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
And ours actually gets stuck under the furniture. It's weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Well, we
You
always
have-
had one side of the pool that seemed to have to be brushed, and swept manually more often than the other. Is that because it was a sunny side?
Probably.
Yeah.
I would think so.
More algae?
Yeah.
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 And so best type of chemical for the pool is still chlorine, right? Because
Yeah.
we already said that
Yeah.
salt water turns it to chlorine anyway.
Yep. It is the best.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any new modern technologies that are new that we should know about?
Some of the equipment that we use, well, all the equipment we like to use is a Jandy product. It's made by Zodiac. And they have come out with, it's called an iAqualink. It links your equipment at home, your panel, to your cell phone. So if you have a spa and you're leaving work and you want it heated up by the time you get home, you just tap on your cell phone and heat your spa up, and it's ready for you when you get home. And the
Nice.
LED lights nowadays, they have way back when the lights were the big lights, you would have to change the covers.
Right, the lens, yeah.
Yeah.
Put a lens on it.
Now, no, it's just a button you push on your remote or on your phone, and it changes
Changes the color.
colors and does a disco mode, a party mode. Yeah.
Any better filtration systems than others?
A sand filter is going to filter out smaller particles than a cartridge filter. However, that it's whatever you prefer. Would you rather backflush your sand filter, or would you like?
For the rest of us,
Oh, sorry. Flush water through it.
Okay. The opposite way of the normally would go.
Exactly.
Okay. Our
Or
listeners might not know that.
right. I didn't think about that. Sorry.
Well, the sand, that's been around a long, long time.
It has been around a long time. Now, a cartridge filter, you have like 4 filters in there that you got to pull out every couple months and spray them down to clean them. So it's just your preference, really.
And how long does those spray down filters last, those cartridges? A year or a couple years?
They can last up to a year or two. It depends on how well you take care of them.
So if you don't take care of them, then they fall apart.
Yep.
If you take
If you
care of
don't
them.
take care of your pool, it's going to fall apart too.
Yes, it will. Any changes in the surfacing of the pools? Because I know we had Pebble Tech back in the day. I don't know if
There's
that's
still Pebble Tech. We use a product that's called Plaster Pebble. What is it called? Why can't I think? It's called Plasterscapes. There's Pebblescapes. There's Stonescapes. There's Polishedcapes.
Now, are you talking the coping and the decking?
The finish of the pool.
Oh, the finish of the pool.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's there's warranties from 5 years to 15 years on them.
because I know on the Pebble Tech that you could actually scrape your knee pretty well.
Absolutely.
Is
We
the
don't
other
recommend
one?
it.
Right. So the other one you're talking about is a better one than that.
No, actually, our Stonescapes is the same exact thing as Pebble. It has pebbles in it.
Right.
It's just a different name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Different
yeah.
manufacturer or whatever.
Right.
Branding.
Right.
Do people still do the black bottom pools?
Yes, they do.
Nice.
Yeah. Make it
I'm
really
just- I'm just
lagoony.
sounding really old right now.
You know. And they also still put their team's logo on the bottom.
Yes.
That way the
We
next
have a
person who
Raider
buys the
pool
house-
up in
Yeah.
Sonora.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, how
The
funny.
next person who buys it doesn't. Oh, really? I got to have that pool. There's no Bronco fan buying a Raiders house pool.
No.
This is true.
And vice versa.
That's right.
Yeah. 49ers might kind of, but you know. All right, let's go out to break. Hey, thank you for listening to Real Estate Jerky. We'll be right back after this break. Remember, you can listen to any of our shows in the past on our podcast at iHeartMedia.com, or you can also on iTunes podcast. Google us. You can find us anywhere. So we'll talk to you when we get back.
That's interesting to know about. You can make it a smart pool.
Yeah. Yeah. It is. It does. That's exactly what
I
it
saw,
does.
and I'll bring it up when we get back, but it was a pool, and basically they drop the water 4 inches, and the spa's there in the middle now, and then it heats up within 10 minutes.
Yeah, ours
So that way you don't have to have a special area for the spa.
Ours was the rectangle with the spa here in the deep end, and then over here was the patio with the lava rock fireplace
Yeah.
with the benches.
It's more
around it.
expensive to do a detached spa than it is to do one that's attached with like a spillover.
Oh yeah, well we just swim
Yeah.
right over.
All right, we got 10 minutes left.
But it is updated. Not many of them up there are.
All right, what didn't we go over?
I don't know, but I just remember swimming in the pool with the scrubber.
Oh.
Well, the last one I had is the one that went. You know
Called
that?
our thing a creeping Charlie
Yeah.
with the
creepy crawly one.
yeah.
Yeah. The problem is constantly it would like
Spray
in order
out of
to
the
have
pool.
it right, you'd have to get the valves right so that it would go the right way. And anyway,
They're pretty smart now.
Yeah, that whole smart pool thing is a good idea.
Right?
all right. So all right. So we talked about pretty much a lot of the features and stuff. So when I come back, we're gonna bring it back, and then let's see. Marlene has on here how they got in the business, personal things they really love about pools. What would Paula's dream pool have? Also, anything they're involved in with the community,
Okay.
or what you want listeners to know.
Okay.
So, you ready for that?
I am.
Because I'm not going to say, you know.
Yeah, right.
I'll say, what's your dream pool? But then,
Okay. Yeah, I've got it right here. A lazy river.
gotta have a lot of room for that, right?
Right.
And now you guys can, like, if you're in the foothills, build up retaining walls to get the pool in and do all the
Yes.
backfill. I'm sure it's a lot more expensive.
We have one going in Valley Springs right now.
Because that's where I'm buying. There's some acreage my wife's making me. And, well, I thought our house now was our forever home. Now it's not good enough.
He
So,
has a place up in Cold Springs.
Oh, nice.
yeah. So,
Nice.
and yeah, luckily we bought that because that's what's allowing us to do this other
I
thing.
know.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah. Because we took money out of my wife's 401k to buy it.
Oh, wow.
And 403b, and you know we paid some taxes on that, but we made so much more money on doing it.
He bought it
Yeah.
at the right time.
Yeah. Sounds like it.
So right now we're seeing price reductions
Yeah, but that's just
right and left up there.
Good.
remember
I'll have
on
to start looking.
camera.
Mhm.
Okay.
I'll have to start looking.
Well, if you need a loan, I know you can go to.
Oh, I'm sure
Are
you
you a good
do.
realtor?
And you only need 10% down on second homes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, most people think you need 20%, but we can get in that a little bit too.
Okay.
All right, let's get back. Whenever you're ready.
How long is this one?
Expert info you crave. Real Estate Jerky on Power Talk 1360 KFIV.
And we're back for our final segment of the show. I'm Ed Parcaut, mortgage advisor at Lending for Living, with my guest Paula Thomas, co-owner of Thomas Pools and Spa Incorporated in Ceres, California. And I'm also here with Betsy Hurst-Younger, realtor from Century 21 Wildwood up in Twain Harte. All right, so we went over a lot of stuff today, and we talked about different features and stuff you should have in a pool. And I was told by my person who runs the show that I should ask you, what is your dream pool?
My dream pool would definitely have a lazy river. I would just have a swimming pool in my backyard and a lazy river going around my house. I'd
The
be
whole
so
house?
happy. Yes.
Underneath the driveway,
Absolutely.
over the driveway?
Over the driveway. I would love it.
That seems like, yeah, well, at least you have but I'm sure it's hard. From what I understand about contractors, it's really hard for them to work on their own homes.
Oh, extremely hard.
Do you have a pool?
No comment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take that one up with Todd.
Yeah.
I told him this was the last summer we're going without a pool.
Just put it on the schedule. He won't know.
That's what I'm
I get
doing.
it. My first husband was a general contractor. My second husband's a union carpenter from Seattle.
There you go.
I understand.
Yes.
Well, what do you want? You work
A
all
pool.
day, you come home.
They don't want to come work at their own
No,
house.
exactly.
done.
Yeah.
How did you get in the business personally? Anything else you want to add for today?
Well, Todd was working at a water district, and his buddy was a contractor, and he'd go help him after work and on weekends. And he just picked it up so fast. They were like, you need to go get your contractor's license. And he did. And then for a long time, I had a different job. He ran the business and built the pools. I was, by trade, I'm a sign language interpreter. And it just got to where I couldn't run the business once I started running the business and interpret at the same time. It was one or the other. One of them had to give. And so we decided to put it all into the pool business. And I'm glad we did, because we are growing so fast. And our homeowners are the most amazing people to work with. We have one of the fastest turnaround times in the valley.
What's the normal turnaround time?
6 to 8 weeks.
Oh, that is good.
But sometimes, I mean, we've got them done in 2.5, 3 weeks.
Really?
In the off season, we have. Yeah, it's all in scheduling. I sign a contract with you. I'm already scheduling your dig and your gunite. So we have a gunite date to work up to. It's dig, then we do plumbing, electrical, rebar, the steel shell in the pool. Then we do gunite. And when you're at gunite, you're halfway through with the job. So we work up to gunite. We have a gunite date, and we don't like to miss it. So
And then after gunite does what's
gunite.
next?
After gunite is tile. And then after tile is concrete decks, and you can do stamped, broomed finish, or salt finish. Then we set your equipment and then fill up your pool. Well, actually, we do plaster and then we fill up your pool. Yeah.
And then you have to have permits and have to have it
Absolutely.
inspected all the way through and all that. So that could slow you down getting the permit person out there.
It can. Everywhere has different time frames for permits. Stanislaus County, City of Modesto is over the counter. Turlock, it can take 4 to 6 weeks to get a permit
Really?
back. Yeah. Yeah.
How's Tuolumne County? Have you done one up there in a while?
I haven't, but I just did Calaveras County. And Calaveras took 4 weeks.
Wow.
I bet we're at least that.
Is it because staffing, you think?
Probably.
I think it's
Review.
because they don't have any plan checkers. They
Yeah.
send it out for plan check review.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if they have a plan checker in-house, then it's same day.
So is there a central company that does plan checking, I guess, to look at your plans and make sure they know?
I'm not sure.
I'm just curious.
Probably. Yeah, I would think so. Yeah.
Interesting. I'm picturing Vanishing Edge pool for you.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, we already figured that
Okay.
out. Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep your views.
We're going to have a lazy river where you go over the edge and you're gone.
Hey,
We want to get rid of you. It raises up.
man.
Waterfall.
I'm going to be in his lazy river. I can see
I
it
know.
already.
I can't go that in debt.
That is a good property for a lazy river pool.
It would be.
Yeah.
It would be awesome.
But then everybody want to come over.
That
Right.
is the downfall of having a resort in your backyard. Everybody wants to use it.
Right.
You can charge admission.
And that's what I was telling my wife. As we get older and we have more grandkids and stuff come, you want them to come over and want to have a barbecue, and instead of having to go somewhere else or not,
Yes.
So you want to be able to enjoy your family there. So.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. So, what are you involved in the community?
In the community, we sponsor baseball and softball teams. Our granddaughter, Braylon, she plays softball. She's 11 years old, and she's dang good at it. And so we sponsor her team. We sponsor a random baseball team. We'll even sponsor kids to play ball. Then let's see, it's not in the community, but we like to make donations to CODA, which is Children of Deaf Adults. I'm a CODA. My parents are deaf. And of course, that's how I got into sign language. So, we're always looking for things to help out, to sponsor. Keep us in mind. Give us a call.
I will.
Will you sponsor our
Yeah.
pool?
I wish. I'm going to sponsor my own, but
So you really knew what those people, when they're up in front of when those people are doing the talks and they're doing the sign language and they really weren't doing anything, you really knew they weren't really doing anything. right?
absolutely Africa. Yeah, no. Although sign language is different everywhere. We have American Sign Language. There's British Sign Language. There's MSL, which is Mexican Sign Language. There's France Sign
Really?
Language. Yeah. Yeah, and
Why are you looking at
regional
me like
sign.
Like signing with an accent. I don't know.
I know.
No,
It's
it
the
is.
British one.
It is. Actually, it is.
It's
'Cause-
actually it's an attitude. The British one.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, you
As long
move.
as you don't drink your tea.
That's
with
right.
it.
Your fingers up while you're doing it. Your little pinkies up.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Hearing about pools, we definitely have to put one in our next place. We were thinking about it down here. I just don't know if it's something we want to do before we're done.
I've got another guy she's going to call when we're done.
Yay.
Yeah,
Yay.
I know.
Why
We'll
don't
bring
you,
you up there?
give your number again, Paula?
It's 209-567-2732. I almost gave you my cell phone number.
That's okay. That works too. And if you want to reach them online, it's thomaspoolsandspas.com. Again, they're 209-567-2732.
Yep.
And Betsy, why don't you give you your phone number again?
My phone number is 209-604-2609. I text.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
Why don't you give your license number one more time?
01229794.
And DRE.
That is.
Yeah. And that way I don't have to do it then. It's
That's
all
right.
done. So any last thoughts about anything that we want to go over? We have about 2 and some
I was
minutes.
going to tell you about a new listing up
All right,
in
go ahead.
Strawberry near Pinecrest.
You already did 2, so what's one more?
One more. This one's $389,900. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and it has an oversized 2-car garage. It rents out with Airbnb. It's a great vacation rental. And when I say great vacation rental, that means sometimes it's really hard for me to show it. So
Because someone's in it.
Because someone's in it. But we've got owners that'll be in it soon. So if anyone's interested, just let me know.
Right. And for people looking to buy up in there as a second home, people think you need 20% down, you need a lot of money. You only need 10% down for
That's
most
awesome.
programs,
Yeah.
And
right now, if you can Airbnb it and you buy it furnished, it's like you're making money.
right, but if you're going to buy it furnished, make sure the contract doesn't say you're getting all the stuff in it, because that's an issue for the appraisal.
They don't want to be furniture sale or financiers.
Right.
I know.
So get another addendum. Put on something
Exactly.
so we don't know. Just
We used to say at no value.
yeah,
now we
and
have
the
to
people
completely
still do
remove
that, but it has to be removed, because even though you think it says no value, it's still part of the contract. It has to have some value, because I guarantee you they had insurance on the place to cover it
That's
in case it
right.
burned down
That's
and to
right.
pay for the stuff.
That's right.
Yeah. So what are you going to do? I got about a minute. It's all you, Bets.
It's all me.
Just kidding.
You know what? The lakes are really full right now. The water's cool, weather's hot, and you should come up. We've got tons of lakes up there.
Right, and rivers are really fast.
And you
so
know what?
Be very careful.
And
in
the Sonora
rivers.
Pass still has snow.
That's amazing.
I was there this last week, going up and over, and there was still snow up there. And the waterfalls are great.
Oh, there's wildflowers everywhere now this time, and normally they're gone by now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for people that don't know what the Sonora Pass is, it's actually Highway 108 that goes from Sonora all the way up and over to Bridgeport.
right, which is normally open during the summer, right?
Oh yeah.
And now you said there's still snow up there, but
There's some snow. There's some snow up there. It's not tons of snow.
Right, but I mean,
and the road is open.
Right, but it opened very late this year. The latest it's
It
opened in a
opened,
long
then it
time.
closed, and then it opened again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what do you want to do? They don't want to go get everybody. All right, so we're at the end here. Thank you
Awesome.
for coming in today.
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate it. Thank you.